Hey everybody, it's Cameron from TheGameCoop. Today we're taking a look at Crying Suns, which is a sort of roguelite, turn-based space strategy game. Somewhat like FTL, but not the same. I played it a very small amount. It's very interesting, and so I thought we'd give it a go. We'd put Planet Crafter on the back burner for now. There's a new update coming in a little bit, but we'll see. And we'll try this one out today. Let's see what it's like. Let's do the introduction cutscene. Big Matrix vibes, right? Ellis, Idaho. Where am I? A dwarf planet on the outer rim, most called Gehenna, if they call it anything at all. This Admiral is a top-secret cloning facility for the Imperial Forces, the one and only of its kind. I am Caliban, its Omni Guardian. I don't understand. You have died, Admiral. Or, to put it another way, the true version of you has died. This sort of implies this is like the next one, right? But this is EI 1139. Even if you started at like 1100, I don't know, man. And we got all 40 right here. And presumably 41 right there. Jeez Louise. You are his clone, identical to the original Ellis, Idaho in every possible way, with some minor differences. When did Admiral Idaho die? How? Unfortunately, I do not know the details of my clones' lives, as interesting as they must be. Extraneous to my directives, I believe. Which leads me to why I have awoken you. You must be curious after all. I need your help. It's very interesting how it's like a very personable robot. A machine asking for my help. Now I truly feel strange. Not just a machine, Admiral. An Omni, short for Omni-Mechanical Neo-N Intelligence. Emperor Oberon invented us. Now your kind relies on us for just about everything. Bum bum bum. I'll come right out with it. I believe the Empire is in danger. Like, a pause. In danger. What in the name of Oberon are you talking about? Great Emperor Oberon, praise the sun. Once every 4 years, under the most secretive of protocols, I receive a single transmission from Elysium, our capital. Those transmissions stopped arriving. So send a transmission yourself, I don't see the problem. That's just it, I can't. This facility was built in such a way to prevent it from initializing contact with the Empire, to help keep it a secret. Something is wrong. I'm certain of it. And I've awoken you to see. I've awoken you so that we can fly out of here in an Omega-class battleship, no less, and see for ourselves. So he's coming with. Either this time as a brand new thing, or he also has iterations. I believe you'll find my intelligence indispensable for our mission, Admiral. I don't have your kind's limitations, but surely others. If you're so smart, what do you need me for? Why don't you command the battleship? Because of Oberon's Rubicon, it prohibits Omnis from commanding battleships. War is a human prerogative. True. Also, since I can assume the clones here are the best of the best, that would make you the best of the best Imperial Admiral ever to exist. I'd say you were perfect for the job. Ooh la la. Well, in that case, I'll do it, machine, for Oberon and the Empire. It's my duty as an Imperial Admiral. Excellent. Now, just one more thing. Standard operating procedure requires I ask. Can you recall any of your emotional memories? Emotional memories? Any memory linked to a strong emotion like love or hate. These memories, because of their complex neural pathways, will be a bit trickier for you to access, I'm afraid. I'm not sure. Then, if you would do me the honor of trying to recall one, any emotional memory will do. I can't. So much is blurred, broken apart. Don't worry, Admiral. Perfectly normal for this stage. You'll find rational memories, on the other hand, those linked to Idaho's training and combat experience, almost immediately accessible. Just ask if you need a refresher. Lastly, and this is important, if these emotional memories return, rather, when they return, you must tell me immediately. It's important for your safety. Yes, your safety. Do you understand? Catman? You alright there, bud? I understand. Your safety, yes. Perfect. Now let's wake the rest of your crew, shall we? We don't have a moment to waste. And please, Admiral. What is it now, machine? Call me Caliban. / refuse. Alright, instead of continue game, we'll start all over. New run. Yes. Clone growth gauge will reset to 0. I don't even know what this means because I only played for like 10 minutes before I was like, yeah, this seems pretty good, let's do it. Oh, I wonder if this is going to play the whole intro scene again. Seems, right? Seems. But always the 39th. Your mind download is complete, Admiral. Ready to try again? Interesting. This is new. We'll pretend that this is brand new. But it had an easy time doing it. I presume that we'll just die a whole bunch of times. So we didn't die. It was a reset. Okay, so currently we're on easy because I was just sort of taking a look at it. We'll play on normal. Though I'll be sad. It looks like it reduces our health. We have 3 whole blocks of 140, 2 whole blocks of 110, and less available scrap. That seems to be the only functional difference. And then hard is even less scrap, but the same amount of health. Interesting. We have this Excelsior class battleship. Ah. The difficulties, I see. Interesting. Yeah, see, we haven't even completed chapter 1. And then it has squadrons, weapons. This is for our battleship. The squadrons that we have with us. 1 broken, well patched, so half healthy drone, another drone, a frigate, and a fighter. And this is very rock, paper, scissors. Massive damage bonus versus drones, massive damage bonus versus fighters, massive damage bonus versus frigates. So drones are good against the battleships. No. Drones beat frigates, frigates beat fighters, fighters beat drones. And then these are just like, let's fight each other. Okay, interesting. And it looks like you can upgrade these things to a certain max. Very interesting. We'll choose our officers. And these are actually different than the ones I had last run, which is interesting. Although the skills are the same, but the people are maybe different. A little bit hard to say. So there is ship weapons, ship hull, and then squadrons. So this person gives better DPS to squadrons. Seems good, right? And then this person has like a repair thing. This helps squadrons go faster, but you can only have one commander of squadrons at a time, and I think just total DPS is a little bit better, but it's hard to say. This lets us fire faster, which may be crazy good, but this is the only thing that has any sort of repair at all. Interesting, right? So maybe we'll select this guy. And applies to hull for whatever reason. And I don't know what these skills are. Piloting, fight, demolition, persuasion, sharp senses, discretion, erudition, interesting, hack, and engineering. So you have erudition and hack. So presumably learns fast and can hack stuff? Who knows? And then this person, who I'm inclined to pick, has piloting and demolition. No idea what any of those do. But anyway, there we'll go. Everything's ready, Admiral. Let's go! And I don't know how far we'll get, or how many runs we'll have. We'll just see. So let's see. We're at the entrance to the galaxy. Got it. And Lash. And there's 5 places. A ground signal, an anomaly, which is on the 4th planet. No Omniforge. A trading beacon, ground signal. So see, you can see it's sort of like faster than life in this particular, like, hey, here's your path, and then there's various things going on here. But I mean, it's like a rogue-lite, so we'll travel. Hello. Cube. And then here we're at the basic thing. So let's say for the hull, obviously we'll want to select hull boy. And then for the squadrons, the dock is locked. You cannot interact with it for now. But we have a squadron commander too, don't we? The weapons? Yes. The piercer. And we don't have any spare officers. So, normally there was dialogue here. I don't know if they're going to do it again. But we can scavenge this Neo N, which is basically just the fuel. And the dialogue was basically like a breakdown of what the systems are, what this cube is. And it's essentially, hey, this is a thing that just pulls fuel from the sun and then stores it as a huge battery, and you can come in here and you can connect it. And normally these are all connected to each other through the system, like everything in the system is all connected together, but now everything's broken and no one knows why. So now we can go to the local map, and this place is open. The first planet is not, this one is not, this one is not, so we have to travel here. Interestingly, in my last playthrough I traveled here. There's a station. Let's go. This takes a fuel. Hello, station. Imperial outpost, sir. It seems abandoned. Thanks, Hawks. Any heat signatures? Not a single one. Seems empty of all human life. Human life. About an omnipresence. They should be here managing the station, no? They should. And no, I'm not detecting any. This is getting stranger and stranger. We'll ask about the outpost first. What can you tell me about this outpost? It seems to be just your run-of-the-mill Imperial outpost, Admiral. There are outposts in all Imperial sectors. With the capital, Elysium, so far away, they have to keep the peace and maintain order. No longer, it seems. You must show your military might so that they don't have so that you don't have to use it, I believe is the thinking. There's definitely no military might here. True, just an old abandoned station. What do you want to do about this outpost, Admiral? Well, we can try to make contact, or send a team of commandos to the outpost for a closer look. We'll try to make contact first. Human or not, inside. Any remnants of any system whatsoever. It's just polite, right? Sorry, sir, if there's anyone inside they're not answering. Well then, there's nothing left but to go aboard. Say hello. Captain Lee, form a small team and check it out. You got it, sir. So the outpost is empty. It seems it was abandoned years ago. If I had to guess, probably around the time the hypercube back there was disconnected from the fold net. That, of course, is like the warp net and the folding of space. Looks like someone came here, took the most valuable Omni parts, Neo-N encapsulators, positronic chips, and left the rest behind. Scavenging Omni parts? Who would do such a thing? That's a capital offense. One the Pragma execute you for. There you go. I found it. Hold on, sir. I'm getting a transmission. My commandos have found something. An Omni, intact from top to bottom. Ridiculous. Is it functional? That's a negative, sir. It was a lower level. In a lower level. Guess whoever was here before us didn't go down that far. Might have needed high clearance to get in. Admiral, I can examine it from here if the captain plugs the datapad into the exosoc. Sure thing, Omni. Okay, accessing the Omni's mainframe. And? Strange. Its exoframe is perfectly intact. It has plenty of Neo-N and its positronic chip seems to be in place. It should be up and running. I don't get it. But EMP. Any idea what shut it down? What it shut down? When it shut down? There it is. Any idea when it shut down? According to its chip, 20 years ago. OMG. Roughly the time the hypercube was unlinked from the foldnet. What do you want to do about this outpost, Admiral? Let's get some more explanations. Ask some questions. Machine. What do you want to know? Ask if Caliban can reactivate the Omni. That sounds good. Can you reactivate the Omni, Caliban? Unfortunately, no. Only Omni owners can do that. Besides, this Omni isn't just in sleep mode. It's been shut down. What do you want to know? Okay, well. What about the positronic chip, then? The positronic chip. Another Omni invention, I'm guessing? Actually, no. Your kind invented this. As incredible as that is. Specifically, Emperor Oberon, the positronic chip serves several purposes. 1, it contains the Rubicon, and 2, it dictates Omni functionality. While functions are specific to Gehenna and as such are different from the functions of other Omnis, whether they be Imperial Outpost Omnis, like the Omni here, Folder Omnis, Cube Omnis, Medical Omnis, Teacher Omnis, or the hundreds of other kinds of Omnis that exist in the Empire. And yet this one's allowed to come with us, out here in space. Lastly, the positronic chip gives Omnis quantum computing capabilities. It is what allows us to be much smarter than you. Positronic chips are produced and distributed near Elysium. Of course, that's by design, so that Oberon can closely monitor the positronic quota. Simply put, without a positronic chip, an Omni is little more than an exoframe. Its exoframe. Interesting. What's the quota? However many are allowed in space, presumably. Quota? Yes, so as to maintain a perpetual harmony in the Empire, Oberon created a quota. Depending on your house and whether it's minor or major, you'll receive a certain number of chips every 10 years. Who received the most chips? House Telos, of course, Oberon's house, our house. And the fewest? One of the minor houses. Vicarelli. They have a pitiful quota. Embarrassing, really. I'd hate to be a Vicarelli Omni. What in the world? What about the Rubicon? Tell me more about the Rubicon. The Rubicon is a set of rules enforced at a very low level, ensuring that Omnis don't harm humans and don't deviate from their mission. Suppose an Omni disobeyed its Rubicon, what would happen then? Well, that's quite rare, but unfortunately there are examples of this occurring in the early days. But if that happens, then the chip would deactivate and trigger a self-termination feature in the Omni. Omni suicide? It's just a feature, Admiral. A rarely activated feature. Interesting. Unless... What about Neo-N? Tell me about Neo-N. Hundreds of years ago, pre-Omni times, the first advanced machines discovered the existence of the final element. This is one of the things that it tells us in the previous one. Neutrinium, which exists usually, but not always, in stars. Oh. Neutrinium is extremely volatile in its natural state, but these advanced machines stabilized and improved upon it, providing the most powerful and longest-lasting energy source yet, neo-neutrinium, or Neo-N. Neo-N in turn allowed these first machines to create an even more advanced machine, the Omni, an acronym for Omni-Mechanical Neo-N Intelligence. But I thought you told me Neo-N Oberon invented the Omnis. I did, you are absolutely right, but technically it's not entirely true. Oberon invented the first advanced machines, which in turn, thanks in part to the creation of Neo-N, invented the Omnis. Neo-N in its refined state is the perfect energy source, stable and almost boundless in its energy yield. As a result, it's used in just about all Omni-techs, as humans stopped inventing tech hundreds of years ago. Lastly, what's important about Neo-N is that our very own battleship, the NS Odysseus, uses it, and without it, we can't go anywhere. What do you want to know? That's it. I know enough for now, machine. It could be a good time to take a break. I agree. I think that was it. We'll have to just continue on. Okay, machine, I'll admit it. Something is wrong, at least in the outer rim. I don't want to further worry you, but our battleship heuristics are detecting an anomaly at our next destination. I did see a potential anomaly. Anomalous signals are the riskiest events you'll encounter, offering very positive or very negative outcomes. You won't know which type of event it is, negative or positive, until arriving at the signal source. Well then, we have no choice but to go. Whoosh. A Mnatul ship. It's one of those creatures again, sir. Maybe this one will be friendly? Yeah, this is the very first place we warped to had this. Like a battleship. Nice ship you got there. I'm gonna enjoy scrapping it over your dead bodies. Oh, snack. Very friendly. You're going down, whatever you are. The battle is imminent. Good luck, Admiral. Prepare to fight. And thus, we must fight. Tactical pause activated. This is my ability in brain space. Right. This is the Rochambeau wheel. We will send our squadrons to attack the weapon systems. Right? Is that how this works? And we'll say, hey, we should fire on this thing. I don't think they're ready. I think we have to wait. And now they've been deployed. We both deployed fighters. We'll tell our fighters to go here. Our weapon system isn't ready yet. I want to engage these fighters. Our weapons will be ready in 9 seconds. We were victorious. Praise the sun. Can we bring him back? And heal him up. Weapon is ready to fire. Hold on. Come on back. And then, weapon. Fire on their weapons. They have taken damage and their weapon systems are down. With our fighters in range. Why don't you go attack their weapons? Keep those weapon systems offline. Good job, Admiral. Here's a summary of the battle. Rewards with more fighters? Oh, we blew them out of the sky. See, very FTL there, sort of. Though we had yet another brush with death, at least our scanner detected the anomaly this time. Tell me more about these anomalies, machine. Anomalies are destinations with a higher than normal probability of being very negative or very positive. Unfortunately, we don't know what kind of outcome to expect until we arrive at the source of the signal. You could say investigating anomaly signals is a bit of a gamble. Good to know. Come on, there's got to be someone around here who can tell us what's going on. Encountered anomaly. Main mission. How do we get stuff? Ah. Wow, nice. So now do we have even more squadron? We only have the one dock, though, is the problem. So even though we have more fighters Mark 1, we don't have a place to put them. So is that supposed to be a bad thing, then? Are we done with this spot? And this is the final place. Planetary defense turret wreckage. The planet itself. On the planet itself. Ah, these are things in space. This is a satellite destination. This is a satellite destination. This is a station? Hard to say. I don't know what it's doing. And this is an unidentified. This is the first one, but it's locked. Maybe because we've completed it? It's a bit weird, though. That was in a prior game. I'm unsure how it works. We're almost out of fuel, though, so we'll have to fuel up one way or the other. There would appear to be a small colony on this planet, Admiral. Maybe we can finally get some answers. I'm also detecting a ground signal. Roughly 1,000 kilometers from the colony. Could be worth investigating with an expedition. And now we get to pick. Hello? Is anyone there? Bowie! This is Admiral Ellis Idaho of the Imperial Fleet. I'm Tygan Bowie, leader of my small colony. What can we do for you, Admiral? If it's scrap you're looking for, I'm sorry, but we have none to spare. Scrap? We're here to find out what's going on in these sectors. I don't understand. We've yet to encounter a single active Omni and 2 enemy battleships have engaged us. Is this some sort of sick joke, Admiral? The Omni shut down. Impossible. The Omni shut down in our sectors, and when they did, so all of our... And when they did, so did all of our their tech. It can't run without them. Right. How? When? I have no idea how it happened. I'm not sure even Oberon does. It's truly the great mystery of our time. As for when, 20 years ago. We relied on them for everything. Food, medicine, weather. It's hard to give accurate numbers, but maybe 75% of the population here died in the first 5 years alone. Now, who knows how many of us are left? 10%? Less? We can learn more about scrap, or we can figure out if we can help the people. Actually, we'll see if we can do anything. What can the NS Odysseus do to help? Defeating the scrappers would be a nice start. Things would look a whole lot better with those scum out of the way. The scrappers. Don't tell me you don't know about them either. It's like you've been living this entire time on an uninhabited planet at the edge of the Outer Rim. Hey, Bingo, you're a smart guy, Bowie. The scrappers are a group of hideous irradiated scavengers. A bit rude. Who collect leftover Omnitech and Neo-N. When the Omni shut down, causing the full net to collapse in our sectors, they were the ones who took over in the chaos. They're not only the rotten apples, but around here with your pirates and your occasional crazy civilian. But they're definitely the worst. They're not the only rotten apples around here with your pirates and your occasional crazy civilian, but they're definitely the worst. Okay, got it. They defeated the Imperial ships? How? Tillo's stuff is second to none. Imperial captains are trained in the academy. Well, if it all broke. True, but the scrapper battleships wore them down. Picked off here and another there. It was a war of attrition. Sorry, one sec. There's been a knock at the door. Haha, as usual, it has placed my thing underneath the BRB screen. Anyway, sorry about that. Guy picking up the thing. True, but the scrapper battleships wore them down, picked off one here, another there. It was a war of attrition. But they still worked? Plus, the Empire couldn't send reinforcements, not with our folder down, you see. True. I hate to say it, but I think it's just a matter of time before they make slaves of us all. And even if you beat them, even if you beat Mother, it won't change anything. The way we're going, 10-15 years from now, with all the hardships we're experiencing, we'll be gone, all of us, unless what? You somehow reactivate the Omnis, turn them all back on again. The ones that haven't been scavenged for their parts, that is. That's the only way to save us. How can we turn the Omnis back on? But how can we do that? You're asking the wrong guy, I'm afraid. As I said, no one knows who or what shut them down. You have to solve that mystery on your own. Blast, we don't have any ideas either. Very encouraging. Okay. And once you'll do, you'll still have to find a way to turn them back on, which might be another thing altogether. After you turn them back on, you'll have to turn them back on. Oh no, probably after we figure out what turned them off. But where should we start? I hate to say it, but Mother's probably your best bet. I mean, she benefited the most from them shutting down in this cluster, didn't she? Then again, there are a lot of theories out there about who or what is responsible for this. Is there something else you want to know, Admiral? Mother. Tell me about Mother. You really don't know. You don't want to know, Admiral. For some reason, that's what they call her, their leader, Mother. Mommy, it's all very upsetting. From what I gather, she was the one who started the Scrappers, fostering a punk, nihilistic scavenging philosophy among their sordid ranks. Oh my God. And who makes up her ranks? Former Imperial prisoners, I think, the worst of the worst. When the Omni shut down, the prisoners escaped from their Omni-run prisons and psychiatric stations. Mother loves her tech, especially those House Telos tech, like the battleships you have, and she and the Boyles who work for her will kill you for it and enjoy doing it too. Interesting. She's been terrorizing the sectors for years now, enslaving men and women to bolster her numbers and make them into her playthings and baby makers, as she calls them. Oh Lord. I don't think I need an expansion on that. Did she do it? Is the one reason that's... I mean, we already know the answer to that as well. I couldn't say it, but if she didn't do it, I'd wager some serious scrap she knows who did. But I don't recommend asking her, Admiral. I don't recommend getting anywhere near her, for that matter. Frankly, Mother terrifies me. Is there something else you want to know about the Scrapper scum? The Scrapper scum. The Scrappers who work for Mother and control these sectors. Each sector is controlled by one of Mother's cronies. You'll recognize them by their freakish mutations brought on by their exposure to too much Neo-N. But I sincerely hope you don't see them, because if you do, well, usually you don't live to tell about it. It's not the bravest thing to do, but I'll say it again. Hide. Make yourself inconspicuous, Admiral. If you're lucky, then you'll live another 10 or 15 years. I don't think we need to know about those. I don't blame you. It's not exactly for the faint of heart. What are you trying to say? Is there something else you want to know, Admiral? Theories regarding shutdown of the Omnis. Expand on that. I've heard a few, Admiral. Even in times of starvation, people like to gossip. Probably especially. Probably the most popular around here is the omnivirus theory, which is that somehow the Omnis got some kind of machine virus that quickly spread and ultimately shut them down. That theory doesn't hold water for me. Why not? It doesn't explain how or why they all shut down at the same time, which, you know, they seemingly did around here. One moment they were working, doing what they've always done, making lives easier, and the next, they weren't. I don't know if any virus can do that. Can you? Or do you? What other theories have you heard? Well, after that, you've got your less credible theories, such as, well, you've got your Omni mass suicide theory that states the Omnis upset their role in the Empire, somehow found a way to shut themselves down, to kill themselves because they no longer wanted to live. Excuse me. Then you have your Omni Rapture theory, which is that the Omnis left this realm to go to a heavenly realm, and this theory is popular among certain fringe religious groups. Whack jobs, if you ask me. A bit rude again. And last but not least, you've got your alien shutdown theory, which is the hostile aliens from another galaxy or is it another dimension shut down all of our Omnis so that they could easily conquer us. The big problem with that theory is, as far as I know, the hostile aliens never showed up. True. Now what do you think? Me? I think we never should have become so dependent on the things in the first place. That's what I think. Is there something else you want to know, Admiral? That was the theories. Learn more about scrap, I suppose. You mentioned something called scrap. Can you tell me more about this? Well, now that the Omnis have been inactive for so long, Imperial Soul, the former currency, no longer holds value of any sort. The only thing it does is scrap, remnants of Omni tech, its metals, ship materials, Neo-M, our energy source. As Omni tech becomes scarcer and scarcer, which it has over the last 20 years, its value has appreciated, causing people to act increasingly desperate and violent. Causing people to act in increasingly desperate and violent ways to get it. That's why scrappers want to destroy your ship so much, so they can collect its broken down parts and sell them so they can prolong their miserable lives. But it's not just the scrappers and the pirates who desire this stuff. It's just that most of us common folks aren't willing to kill for it. At least, not yet. Well then. That's everything. We'll take care of these scrappers and get your Omnis up and running again. You say that, Admiral, but you'll fail or stop trying sooner or later. Or worse yet, you'll die. But take this Neo-N, Admiral. You have plenty at the moment. I have a feeling you'll need it. And like I said, I know it's not the bravest thing to do, but it's best if you hide. You'll live longer that way. We got some gas. End of transmission, sir. Do you believe what he said, Admiral? Unfortunately, yes. Explains everything we've seen so far. The Omni shut down on the outer rim, and so did their tech, including the cluster's folder. And that's why those scrappers now run things here. So what do we do now, sir? First thing we need to do is find this mother, as Bowie said. If she didn't shut the Omnis down, chances are she knows who or what did. If you want to move on, Admiral, open the star map below by clicking on it, and choose our next system. I mean, you can sort of say that. They probably click IRL. Otherwise, you might want to stay and check out this ground signal I was telling you about. It could be a good opportunity to gather some more resources and put your commandos to use. Yeah, sounds good. Now that you've learned the basics, your second dock has been unlocked. Remember to make good use of it while commanding your squadrons. The numerical advantages offer a turning point in battle, and it has frigates in it. Cool. What was it? Frigates v drones? Well, anyway, you can access the expedition dashboard here. Planetary defense turret wreckage. Minimum requirements, 3 commandos. Okay. We'll prepare for this mission. We'll scan the planet. Presumably we've already done this, but you know, it seems pretty quick. Artifacts. Planetary defense turret wreckage. No major threats detected. This is the number of commandos sent on the expedition. Minimum requirement for the commandos is 3. The maximum number of commandos will be sent is up to 10. If you have enough of them, the more you send, the better your chances for success. However, of course, critical failure means you might lose more. The section displays the types of artifacts you will have a chance to collect during the expedition. Each type will always yield the same kind of reward. Interesting. This section displays the types of major threats, exceptionally dangerous situations your team will face during the expedition. Be careful about those. Ground distress signal displays the number of possible retreats your team will have during the expedition. 1 retreat chance. Just skedaddle. Officer survival represents the chance your leading officer has to return safely. Yes. Healthy officers have a chance to come back injured. Injured officers have a chance to die. An injured or dead officer will abort the mission, forcing your team to retreat to the ship without loot, should there be any retreat chances, presumably. Resource extraction. The resource extraction meter represents the minimum and maximum % of encountered resources, artifacts included, that your team will have a chance to bring back with them during your ship, if the leading officer survives the expedition. The commando survival meter represents the chances of your commandos have to return safely. It displays the minimum and maximum possible number of commandos that will not make it back to your ship. Interesting. I don't really understand those dials. So like, okay, there's a mouse over, a tooltip. Officer will return safely. Oh, I see. This is the difference between these two officers. We send one of the officers, and 18 and 50% of available resources, 59 and 88% of available resources. You will lose between 0 and 1, between 4 and 9. Obviously, there's a very significant choice here, and the soldier seems to be the much better of the two. Because, of course, we've got these things going on. So yeah, we'll send him. And 10 commandos, why not? We'll launch the expedition. Lieutenant, Caliban's detected an artifact on this planet could be helpful to your mission. We have a good idea of where it is, but we'll need you and a team of commandos on the ground to find and extract it. We'll have visuals, but space-to-ground communication will be minimal. We can't risk giving away the location of our battleship or exposing you to potential local threats. Only contact us when it's secure to do so, and I'll decide if an emergency retreat is necessary. Of course, any additional resources you encounter should be extracted too. This is a dangerous mission, and some of our commandos could die in the field. Do your best to keep them safe. Now get going. A shuttle waiting for you and the commandos. Good luck down there. Okay. Thank you, sir. It is an honor to die for the Empire. Boo. Let me get to watch. Nothing found. No irradiation today. She would have erudited, however. Might have lost everything in exchange. Continue. Resource cache. Scrap. Danger. Demolition. Danger avoided. A resource cache. Fuel. Nice. Another. Scrap. The line is secured, Admiral. We've seen our bio readouts. What do you think? Should we continue on with the mission? Yes. Oh, I see. This is the one and only retreat opportunity. There may be additional stuff. I mean, might as well finish it off, right? Danger. Demolition. Danger avoided. Danger. A hack. Uh-oh. 2 injured boys. Danger. Demolition. Avoided. Resource cache. So she might have hacked it as well. Danger avoided. Extraction point. Waiting for extraction, sir. So we got 41 more scrap for injuring 2 of our lads, Juliana and Gunwoo. What great names. Waiting for extraction, sir. Okay, come on back. We got a ton of stuff. That seemed like that was good. Expedition success. Star map button opens the current sector star map where you can choose your next destination system. Okay, got it. So we've done everything that there is to do here, presumably. Ah, and the true pathing begins. And then the end. Each node represents a stellar system you can visit. Each interstitial jump to a neighboring system costs 1 Neo-N. Got it. Each system contains different points of interest. Ground signal indicators, planet expedition, trading beacon, indicators, system you can buy or repair equipment, Omniforge indicators, system where you can improve the mark of your squadrons. Anomaly indicators show a system where there's a high level of risk and reward. Interesting. Incoming alert. Each time you jump, the current sector's rulers get more suspicious. Once the alert counter reaches 0, they will follow your tracks and try to find you. Being caught will result in a very difficult and unprofitable encounter. So very FTL. You need to sort of move forward because this will progress. Got it. And we're here, which is different from the entrance. The system is too far. So because we went forward to the only place we could go, this says 3 anomalies. I wonder if we could go backwards. So I have 5 points of interest here, 5 points of interest here, 2 points of interest here, an anomaly. An abandoned auto factory. Interesting. A mercenary outpost, where we could presumably hire mercenaries or something of that nature. 5 points of interest, tons of stuff going on over there. Let's see if we can go backwards. This seems like a terrible idea, but we'll go for it. Womp womp womp. It seems like going backwards is a thing that's not likely to happen. Hey, saw your ship there, so I thought I might as well ask. Yeah, Yale Soul. We need a hyperventilator 23 to make a generator go. Any chance you got one kicking around? I think we got some scrap around here to pay you with somewhere. Chief here. Sir, listening in. We don't have a 23 in our stock, but we can break a bird down and get it that way. Up to you. I mean, we have a spare one, right? We did get a spare set of squadron. Our item squadron will be patched. Sure. We'll live dangerously this time. Chief, break it down. Let's give the station what they need. Got it, sir. Warnings. Wrecked fighter Mark 1. Yes. As expected. You're generally a good guy, aren't ya? Somewhat. Enter transmission, sir. Guess you forgot about looking for the scrap. Yes, you forgot. Rude. Patched. Ah. I think I understand. So we did our nice squadron, but we can still scavenge from the local cube. Get wrecked. Upgrades? Ah. Additional squadron docks. It takes 300 scrap. Squadron system support? Interesting. Squadron dock recovery. Oh, interesting. Okay. So this is the amount of time it takes for a squadron to be put back into service when it's broken down. Interesting. Additional weapon docks, weapon system support, hull, hardened hull, hull integrity, heat capacitor. Interesting. Ground distress signal efficiency. 2 retreats during the mission. Retreating will cost 75% of loot, 75% of injured commandos. Ooh, or 75%. Oh, of injured. You can either take the stuff, or you can leave. Take the boys. Come on. What? Clearly. I guess there's some hard choices at some point. Subsystems. Fuel scavenging efficiency. That seems pretty good. An additional Neo-N. 30%. Navigation scanner. Interesting. I'm not sure what we should upgrade, if anything, for now. We don't have that much scrap. Okay, we don't have many officers, so it's fine. And we'd like to do this, but that's obviously not really possible right now. But this would be nice. Additional weapon docks. I sort of want this. But again, we don't have the support for more. I don't think we have another weapon either, so that was maybe foolish, but... Well, rude. So we don't want to go to the star map yet. We do want to check the local map and check out this anomaly signal. Because why not? Anomaly signal. Civilian wreckage, sir. Looks like it collided head-on with something in interstitial tunnel. Survivors? Unlikely, sir. Not the speed they were traveling. There might be a small amount of scrap available for the taking in the crash, if it didn't disintegrate. Well, naturally. Putting my men and women on it all at once, Admiral. Nice to be inclusive there. Could have just said putting my people on it. But that's fine. The team is bringing the scrap back now, Admiral. Not a bad little metal haul, if I do say so myself. 58 scrap. Great. It paid for our positive outcome. Oh, I see. It could have gone badly. Yes. Yes, good. Yes, thank you. Abandoned auto factory. Prepare mission. We'll scan the planet. So that was the anomaly portion, and there is also a ground thing to scan. Oh dear. Resource extraction. Not very likely, but pretty good chance that most men will come back. Also not very likely. Oh, he's injured though. Officer has a chance to be injured. Officer will return safely. 0 and 5 commandos. The commandos are critical though. I don't want to lose any commandos. And presumably if they're injured, they can rest. It's troublesome, because we do like that hacking and irradiation, don't we? Return safely, less resources. But not a lot less. But much more likely to lose mans. YOLO. Hopefully we don't lose any mans. But we'll see. It does seem that they get healed. Piloting. None. Oh no, we lost to mans. Zhaoyan. Nothing found. Danger. Hacked. Danger avoided. Resource cache. Engineering. Nothing found. I see. Irradiation. Danger avoided. Abandoned auto factory. Irradiation and hacked. Scrap 77. Danger. No engineering. A fight. 3 wounds and a death. Oh, and... okay, that's fine. We'll have everyone come back. We lost 2 people. Abigail and Zhaoyan. And we took some damage to our critical person who said was gonna come back fine. I see we cannot possibly believe. 0 scrap. Leave the loot. Bring all commandos. Ridiculous. Absolutely waste. What a waste. Okay, great. Today we learned that that is absolute baloney. Neat. We've done it. So that's it. I think that's everything here as well. Already visited. Oh, we can still go back and it still costs us fuel, does it? Hard to say. Hey, give me the stuff. Anyway. So we can go back. However, systems will become hostile after the next jump between systems, so it's a terrible idea to do that. And now we can't get to this one. We can get to this one, which has a bunch of other stuff. Although, maybe we'll go this way. No way, man. All or nothing. We'll be aggressive for our first run and have everyone die horribly. What could possibly go wrong? Anomaly signal. Scrap our battleship, sir. Incoming transmission. Shiny ship you have there. Think I'll scrap it when you're dead. Prepare to fight. The battle is imminent. Now, my question. Are our lads still beat up? Each basic squadron type, frigates, drones, and fighters, is best suited to fight against a particular squadron, providing it with massive damage bonus if properly matched. Be sure to find out a unit's strength and weaknesses before deploying it. So they've got fighters, so we want to release the frigates, which is also better. Tactical Paozu. An EMP tower, okay, interesting. I guess we'll just have them all engaged together. Right next to our ship, which is healing them now. And in 4 seconds we'll have... We'll just go like that. Do I have to do it like this? Oh, no. Wait. Come on back, boys. We'll fire at their weapons, which they don't seem to have. They'll have a tussle. This is seeming to not get better than what it currently is. I refuse, naturally. We'll blow you out of the sky. What's happening here? Drones. Oh, I see. Anyway, we'll take another shot at their weapons. And we're not doing too hot. By clicking on our squadron dock, undeploys the associated unit and will free it for another squadron to be deployed. Once back in the hangar, squadrons will be slowly repaired over time. Okay, so you definitely need to right-click, right-click. I think we're doing fine without them. Not that it's a particularly great thing, but Now they're, I see, they're re-releasing their squadrons. Ah. Auto crafting field. One crafted drone squadron. Okay, interesting. Oh, I keep trying to right click, but of course that does nothing. And I think we'll blast another this guy first anyway. Okay, interesting. We've learned some things about combat in this game. There's a lot of respawning, which I was not expecting. And we wrecked him. And we'll scavenge the Neo-N. Squadrons. Slowly repaired over time. So now we'll have a drone and a fighter squadron. Interesting. Not sure how I feel about that. But there we go. It'd be nice if we had another cannon. Cool. Upgrades? Can I buy another cannon? Presumably we have to find one in some way. Squadron dock recovery. So this is in decrease the time squadron docks are locked after a squadron has been destroyed. Well, we haven't lost any yet. Support system. Right, and that's supports. Fuel scavenging efficiency. Navigation scanner. This doesn't seem super helpful, but maybe it is and I just don't understand it yet. Distress signal efficiency. 2 retreats, right. That would have helped us before. So maybe it's something good to invest in very early and not so good later. Well, this seems pretty good, although we're not low on fuel either right now. Hard to say, right? Hardened hull. This is what we automatically get with the easier difficulty. Hull integrity. Right, heat capacitor. Again, we don't know what any of that means yet. Local system. There's anomalies at every planet. Here we go. What could it be? Passing through some magnetic interference, sir. Buckle up, could get bumpy. Got chief for you. Sir, got a situation down here. It's an isolated fire in C9. The storm must be to blame. C9, that's the primary squadron hangar, sir. You can put it out using UN foam. Or we can let it burn, knowing it won't spread to other sections of the ship, but suffering squadron damage in the process. Your call, sir. We have extra... Oh, I don't know if we have that much extra fuel. Of course, sir. Okay, so that was the thing. A lot of Neo-N to do it. It's just one of those things, sir. 2 Neo-N. Okay. Negative outcome. Got it. Interesting. Okay. So we've been there. We are here. We have been there. And here's the last place. Can't rain all the time. Oh lord, what's this? Sir, pirate battleship headed straight for us. You lost? Careful, there are pirates around here. Oh, is there? Vincent Suzuki, if that is your real name. Prepare to fight, the battle's imminent. We might get wrecked here. All enemies you can encounter will have specialties depending on their faction. Check the description in their core system for information about their specific battleship technology. All non-capturable neutral units, turrets, EMP tower are considered as allied. Uh-oh, shop prices minus 20%. So, a nanobot repair field. Asteroid field. So we can, suppose we can blast these. The asteroid field will absorb all damage dealt to the cell and its occupants until destroyed. However, the move speed is halved while inside it. But this would be a great way to negate the bonuses that they might have. So they have a fighter squadron, which would mess up our drone squadron. But maybe we can send a fighter squadron out to counter that. And then they do have someone on flat cannons. Targets 10 random cells in the area. Wow. Ridiculous. No effects on battleship hull. So this is actually good against fighters, specifically. So the best thing to do is to not send anything out until we can hit it at least once. Or we're about to hit it. And he speeds up. Interesting. Weapon sabotage. Uh-oh. Can only charge when an allied squadron is present at least 3 cells away from the enemy weapon-based system. So, we have to keep our stuff out around here so that they can't get in here and sabotage our weapons, which we use to kill their weapons, which we use to get close to them. Lord Almighty. Core system. More chance to start a fight in an advantageous battleground. Capturing speed ×2. Max officer +1. Max commando and expedition 8. Can deploy fewer squadrons during a fight, but compensated by reinforcing waves over time, each wave being weaker than the previous one. Yeah. This seems pretty rough. And we don't have our frigates, because they're in Wombat. And look, I've already deployed them like a fool. And here come some fighters. We'll see what they do against these drones. You can glide your units along waypoints to do this. Select one of your squadrons. Control or command key to reach each point. Okay, cool. So you can queue it up. I don't know if they can cohabitate, so to speak. And that it'll take approximately 4.3 seconds to get there. I'd rather have 2 squadrons fighting at the same time, if at all possible. Are you guys gonna come around the back? You are. I hit the wrong button. Two, 1, 0. And we'll fire on their weapons immediately. Their weapons are temporarily down. And they have enemy reinforcements incoming. Okay, that's fine. We basically want these to engage the second it's possible. Enemy weapons are ready to fire. Is it though? Ah. It's got heat, but it's ready to fire. Okay, so we actually want to move these lads back into their respective fields to try to avoid that, which was absorbed by... Oh lord. And he's sending out drones now? Okay. Which we want to engage with our fighters, if at all possible. Opponent is trying to flee. It'll give us commandos and scrap. I think we're currently in an advantageous situation, but not an astonishingly good one. So, we'll take it and he'll skedaddle. Although we didn't do like a full victory. Fine. But they're not going to tussle with us? Is that the general idea? Okay. We'll find then. So that came out okay. Not great, but okay. And we'll go here. We'll probably get to the first bad guy here and then have a time. But it's alright. An Imperial ship. I was wondering when you might show up. I have something that'll interest you. Oh yeah? What have you got? Chewan Takahashi. And what would that be? Oh, just a Kosh transponder. Why would I be interested in that? Because a Kosh transponder will provide a certain invisibility in the presence of other Kosh battleships. Useful if, say, a certain Kosh battleship around here was carrying a small amount of scrap, which I know to be the case. Well, you'll need a good spy to access the Kosh ship and boost the scrap. Otherwise, it's going to be impossible. Oh, and you'll have to cut me in, of course. Say, 20%? No, 25. 25 or I'll walk. That's okay. Why don't you just do it? Jeez. Not exactly spy material. I don't know. Why not? I'm a klutz, Admiral. There, I've said it. Do I want to do this job or not? My cost 25%. I'm afraid I cannot. And you've done nothing but waste my time. True. And that's just how it is. So we'll steal everything you got. Great. Luckily, that was 2 fuels. Local system. There is battleship wreckage. That sounds fun. Shall we take a look at that? We only have so much fuel. Picking up a pre-shutdown ad on this beacon, sir. Pre-shutdown ad. Cross-check, sleep tight, knowing all your enemies are about to be dead. Ridiculous. Oh, is that literally it? Ah, no, the battleship wreckage is on the planet, of course. Repair mission. Scan the planet. No major threats. Battleship wreckage. 1 retreat chance. Once again, looking pretty good. Officer will return safely, and our officer is healthed again. But this definitely seems to be the better option. We'll launch the expedition. Danger. Piloting. Danger avoided. Danger. Piloting. Danger avoided. That would have been 2 dangers already. 3 dangers. 4 dangers. Battleship wreckage. No engineering though. Nothing found. Literally useless. Well, then we'll press on. We have some resources. And another. A bit of a tussle. No one dead. Praise the sun. UN fuel, which we desperately needed. And scrap. It's not back yet. Extraction point. Continue. Okay. An excellent voyage. 2 wounded, but no one dead. And double our fuel and some excellent scrap. And the upgrades will yield us an additional squadron dock, which will fill with our frigate, which is now fully repaired. Outstanding. We can Rochambeau the best of them. Okay, probably worth. Star map? Oh no, not star map. There's still another thing to do here, the anomaly. Should we be so inclined? And also the army depot? Sure. Hello. Beacon spraying a pre-shutdown message on loop, sir. Looking to buy an affordable Omni? Look no further. We have dozens of Omnis on our lot. All kinds of exo frames and practically brand new to boot. Just come on down to Glider's Omni lot, located in Adrian 3 in Sector 2 of His Majesty's Empire. What are you waiting for? Purchase your Omni today. Nice. Nice. Available items. Army depot still squadrons and weapons. We just spent all of our scrap. We can maybe sell some stuff? Do you want this broken old drone? We can sell the people? That's crazy. Hey, we only have fuel and commandos. Actually not helpful. I was hoping for... Oh, weapons. We can't afford them, is what it is. Okay, cool. Teleports any object at least 7 cells away in any direction. Cool. Space bender. Flat cannon. 15 random cells in the target area. Alright. Tesla field generator. 5 DPS. Oh, wow. For 8 seconds. Interesting. Interesting. No effects on battleship hull. And then moving speed of targets. Minus 60% for 17 seconds. Cool. Not super helpful either, but pretty neat. Pretty neat. Good to see. And then nothing in particular actually that we want. So the only other place is the anomaly. Sure. We'll have the fuel for this much at least. A damaged one? They look damaged. Scrap it. I'm getting out of the game, imp. I'm gonna live the final days by taking life in a nice tropical planet somewhere. Take this weapon. I don't need to blow up ships and people anymore. Feel good about myself. Bless you, Paruk. A flat cannon Mark 1. Nice. A positive outcome. We'll equip that. And thank you very much. Live your life in peace. Farewell. We travel now to the end. Oh lord, here we go. bad. Big bad. Sir, scrapple battleship. Looks like it's one of Mother's sector cronies. Incoming transmission. Othello's battleship in my sector? Think you took a wrong turn somewhere, Admiral. Not that I'm complaining. Jeef Skeege? Where is she? Where is Mother? You think I'm gonna tell you just because your ship's all shiny and appetizing? That's my mom we're talking about. Alright. Prepare to fight. The battle is imminent. Good luck, Admiral. Let's tussle. We got a big asteroid. Blocks access to the cell. Cool. Small asteroids. Absorb all damage. What have you got? You've got drones, exploding drones. On death deals 14 damage to all adjacent units. Damage halved on battleships. Oh my god. The health is very low though, that's helpful. Massive damage bonus versus frigates, and then they explode. And then fighters with not a lot of health either. Massive damage versus drones. So we want to send our frigate against the fighters. Our fighters against the drones, but then have them back off. And then our drones against like the battleship. Presumably. And what have you got? Patched state and cannot be repaired. Whenever acquiring a new squadron, it becomes this patch with a bonus 30% unit value as scrap. Oh, okay. Or an equivalent discount in shops. Brutal deployer. Squadron dock recovers twice as fast, but patch squadrons start 1/4 of their max health instead of 1/2. Okay, interesting. So like some massive drawbacks for what is presumably the first boss. So I guess that's what we'll do. We'll deploy initially. The thing that will be the worst is... So we'll deploy you here, deploy you here, deploy you... Here, question mark? Sure. Bring weapons to bear. Okay. Drone boomers. Move you into the field. Scoot you up a bit. So I want these to fight these. And now they're just gonna literally blow up on the hull. Have them all go in together. Actually, you guys can come back a bit. I'll have those target. We'll fire on the weapons. They don't have any weapons though, interestingly. And we can have these guys fight these guys, the drones can fight each other. We'll fire into the field rather randomly. Something has happened. One of your squadrons has been wrecked. Oh dear. Oh, probably the drone one up here. Oops. Can't be used this fight until patched. Onboard mechanics can only patch a squadron to 50% of its max health before repairing need to visit a shipyard station. Got it. I understand. And so it'll take that many seconds for those to come back. The weapon is ready to fire. Oh dear. Okay, fighters. On you get. Fighters. On you get. Right. It helps if I keep using the correct button instead of the incorrect button. Should do pretty well there. One up. We'll advance. I see. And I'm not doing too hot. Right, and then resists. Oh, I should have saved that shot for after, because they're just coming back now. And we can release some patch drones. And now, we gotta target those guys with these guys, and we'll just have to combo them. Oh my god, it's intense. Guns ready to fire. Fire at the hull, I guess. Or the squadrons? The heat buildup, I see. Okay, I sort of understand. At least a bit more than I did before. And we'll want actually you to retreat. I want you to retreat as well. And we'll fire on everything. Fire all weapons! Oh my god. Warnings. Wrecked, wrecked. Got it. Yeah, we didn't do too hot. We got a ton of scrap. And we beat the big boss. If only barely. Oh my god. Boomski. Whoosh. And we get to the border shop. Got it. And then we can visit the shop where we can fix things. For many creditos. Or we can buy fuel, commandos, or repair the hull. I think we'll repair everything. Except we're out of cash. No, we're not. Why can't I not buy that? Why is that no go? Presumably we'll buy some fuel. Oh, those are like 20 each. Okay, we'll go like that. I don't think we need more commandos. We have 13. We can only send 10 at a time, so that seems pretty good. Upgrades? Things are okay. Closed. X? Fighter? X? Drones? Okay, I think we're generally in a better place than we were coming in, although we'll probably get absolutely wrecked here. But we'll also leave it there. We've spent about an hour and 20 minutes doing it, so it's been interesting. It's a fun game. Very FTL-esque. So if you enjoyed that game, you'd probably enjoy this one. There seems to be some interesting lore. Pretty fun. Pretty interesting. And so, if you're interested, you can check it out. It's available on the Humble launcher, actually. If you're interested in that sort of thing. Actually, Humble has its own launcher now. You can pick it up there. And there you go. So I hope you enjoyed. Until next time, friends. Thanks so much for watching, and keep on cooperating. Bye.